Interesting stuff. He's already pushed all the way through still. Sentinels are being squeezed. They are player down still, without any real possibility of making their way forwards. But that is an interesting one. Try and get them into the site. 35 seconds left. Blocks
Quite nice,
up one of the avenues. Vora, though, he's got his eye into the one section where they could be peeking through just slightly. And shots are fired off, rattled off. Heads will roll as a result. Sentinels completely caught unaware. I was still scratching my head, I'm not going to lie, over the Timitino wall.
Yeah.
It stun locked me for a second.
As the Sage wall drops, I think because it's so quiet everywhere on the map, maybe he's just assuming that they're close behind it. But 100 Thieves still managed to make it work with the B anchor. And this is why I'm saying I think that 100 Thieves should be happy if Sentinels end B repeatedly, because their players are really good at anchoring in these spots, and B gives you more spots to anchor over. And Bang can play, and even when he's walled off, you see that from Vora playing around New Box. Just offers this composition. You can even get like long-range help from Heaven, whether it be a Snakebite or a Slow Orb, something like that, to help these site anchors. I think A is just harder to defend with these kind of compositions. So the more that they can funnel SEN going B, the better they'll feel about it. Both of these comps, though, if we take a step back, are a nightmare to attack into.
Yeah, they are.
They're just annoying.
I mean, like I said earlier, they really test your ability to spread out and play a nice attack side default where you can find out where the Sage wall is, break it in time, relieve some pressure across the map. Because otherwise, if you let 100 Thieves, or even Sentinels on the other side when they get to the defense half, put down that Sage wall, they can just maneuver the rest of the team and stack heavy over towards the other side.
And you already see that 100 Thieves have got layers to their theory, because they had Timitino there waiting with a showstopper if you were going to try to break the Sage wall.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the scoreboard right now, and both of the Sages are at the bottom, but we're going to be talking about them so much because their util defines how the map plays out. It's not so much about whether or not they get the kills. They're still going to have insane impact.
Just a couple of stingers here and a bucky.
Asuna going for that A deep wall again. It's only been broken once, I believe, and that was after SEN went for a B default, so he's not that worried about getting run down.
It looks like a bit of a set play as well from Sentinels to pull out on the weaker economy.
Asuna actually doesn't end up going for the wall. He's giving a bit of respect to SEN.
Yep. Deep slow orb gets Jonah P into a prime spot, inserted over towards B main.
It's very quiet from Sentinels. They do feel like in these rounds they're trying to...
They're going to send Jerwin in flying forwards to fast lane to try and get him all the way through. There's already that smoke popped up over towards him, but Timitino sidesteps. Bucky, well aimed, well trained, but Bang instantly responds again. He's been pressured already with these guns as well. Chipped down, whittled down, matters not. He is twisting and turning, avoiding the ire, and still comes away with 3.
Another scenario where SEN get funneled into B and 100 Thieves are very happy to just eat it up. Twice now, John Cutie's tried that different Sage wall that blocks off backside and funnels the attackers towards New Box. But 100 Thieves have adapted really nicely. But Bang plays around the pillar on a different angle, which allows him to wrap and play a high-low with a Heaven or Rafters player. And they're kind of destroying this.
Let's see what happens here for Sentinels. They really need to dig deep. Find some way forwards. Oh, deep hit is going to make it all the more complicated.
Yeah, it's going to be really difficult for them. I mean, this is so much pressure on your defaulting, on your communication, on figuring out the game plan for what you want to do in the round. Finding the right place to end. Yeah. It's a nightmare.
Sage util, the Vice walls, or Viper walls, I should say, going up and down. Stunting and stalling you out. SEN are finding it difficult. They've got to piece it together.
Pings on the map, maybe for a paranoia or something, looking to try to take some space at A ramp. How do you get through this pit?
Yeah, that's the difficulty. Down to that minute mark, looking to see if they can get a bit of a reclearance now, moving forwards. For the Sentinels, we're going to listen in and see how they're going to figure it out.
Careful flood. Have one. I'm slowing. Yeah. I'm lurking.
I'm all in CT.
You have heal, I mean?
Yeah.
I'm planning Fnatic, boys.
I have all
30 seconds left.
The big go Raptors.
I don't know.
Gap main.
One is ramp.
They have fade out, they're gonna fade out.
Can you spam main off me?
Yeah. Do you have a smoke?
No.
When's your smoke?
On main spawn.
15.
Yeah.
I'm gonna TP it out somewhere.
I'm burning a flash early.
Walking out.
Main.
Main.
Kill me.
I'm playing map. I'm blind. Could be in.
Last player
Two map.
standing.
Come on, Fnatic.
Needs to kill Omen.
Ramp.
Ramp. You TP on the Omen.
One
Nice.
enemy remaining.
You win.
Holy shit, bro. Oh my god, got his deploy.
I mean, that is one way to win a clutch out.
Blessed. Absolutely blessed. They know that they've misplayed that. You know, once the retake is just so nice. Fatal, paranoia, get in. You can hear it in the comms. They could be in, they could be on us.
Remaining.
1vx, 1v3 in this situation, and he gets the headshot with the classic.
A nail biter. The rest of Sentinels, I mean, they didn't have many players playing outside the pit, did they?
No, I mean,
All tucked up onto the site. It got dicey, but at the end of the day, it's a round win.
that's a crazy one. Was he using the SEN classic? Must have been.
It must have been.
Must have been.
Listen.
Zelsis told you guys.
That was a while ago. Still, operator in the hands of Timotino. That's one way to mix it up. And Cryo.
Whoa, what is this
Clearing.
play?
He hears a deep TP as well up towards Heaven. He knows that one player could be in already, compromised perhaps, but it looks like Bang has done the wise. He's got his eyes set on towards it. Stunned, flashes! My God, his players are getting chipped down! And all that damage done. Vora, quick on the cleanup.
It's crazy that they've gone for that play when Redux is already so deep in B Heaven.
Yeah, already through Heaven as well on that TP.
He's got
you've
freebies.
gifted him 2 kills. Slam dunk. Cortesio with a lurk. Just when you think 100 Thieves will be in a winnable position, Vora is left alone.
A 1v3 and he doesn't have a clue where
go.
they're ending.
Nope.
There's a battle of the Sage Walls over here on A. One wall blocking them off, one wall blocking off the flank. This is...
John QT's waiting for it to expire so he doesn't give the game away.
Yeah, he
because
doesn't
if he
wanna...
breaks a portion of it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to give away information, but they don't realize that Vora is through the wardrobe and in Narnia right now. He's miles away.
Yeah.
What a play from Redux, by the way.
Yeah.
TPing
TP into Mail.
into Mail, or like past the Mail smoke, into B Heaven almost. That's insane. I think he only probably does that because they're down 4v5 and have lost Jerwin. What a play to make. And now it's all on Vora.
Already that plant down, playing retake, walking all the way up. Time pressure's going to be on immediately. Redux can sit tight here. It's a slide off angle as well, so he's going to be catching that contact as the cross comes through and squares up for that fight. Rest of his team as well playing off his contact, so it would have been confirmed kill regardless. Good round for Sentinels. Good round for Redux.
An incredible round from Redux. The play that he goes for is a surprising one, but it nets him 2 freebies. They have no clue.
No.
They just have no idea. I don't think I've ever seen an Omen go for that play, but it's very high risk, high reward. And it just so happens that in a 4v5, it was the right decision to make. And the risk didn't matter too much because you're already down one of your big players.
Well, operator now moving over towards the A side, but there's that Prowler early to set up the line. Jerwin forced to respect it. Doesn't want to commit.
They get a bit of information, but that also allows the wall to go down in mid here from Asuna. So he's been wanting to put it on the outsides of the map mostly. Ran it mid on the pistol, and I think this is the next round that he's run it in mid. But that's obviously because they've now got this operator in play.
The spike is dropped in a very safe position. They do have an Omen ult. Redux can deliver that one to the rest of the team if they find a way in through B, but all that pressure, they're making it feel very, very real. Jerwin is hard committed into this one, still winning out the fight. Glides forwards, it's just Bang though. Returns it. Shots to bring down Jerwin over towards A. They hear these footsteps. Vora! Stands against it. Deep TP again from Redux. It's instant at that. Omen ult available. But it's used by Bang as well for the reposition. That spike needs to be reclaimed.
Oh my God, they're going to TP over to B.
Again, Jonah P's got all that space. Calls for it. The rotation here, in the moment decision making. Switch up onto the game plans, but again, it is still Sentinels working at a player disadvantage, but it might not matter. Jonah P, very forward, very risky, doesn't win the fight out. Cryo, swift dismissal, now all on Redux. You're going to see discipline from 100 Thieves. Trying to play this one together.
That's a nice smoke, makes it feel like he's playing default.
Boombox needs to be avoided, just spots him out though, and that reveals all good information. Satchel overhead! And just blazing Cryo.
Nice way to close things out in the 3v1. Brilliant boombot too. Vora is a machine out here. He is the Terminator.
Yeah.
He's 13-4 after 9 rounds. That's some astonishing stuff. We've seen some big moments from him. And this round, he basically wins it for 100 Thieves. This was an elaborate fake. There were many moments in this map already so far where teams are losing track of where each other are. But this one was a pretty classic call from John. Neon fake on B. We're going to walk in A. They just didn't account for Vora.
The sides towards the B side though now for Sentinels. They don't have a lot to work with again. And at this point, it's 100 Thieves in control of the half. Prowler broken. A bit too early there. The B presence was shown. Now it looks like the call is made to go back over towards A. But Timotino, this is so brave against an eco. Nevertheless, holding this line down, but he's guessing as to where these players could be. Could be tucked.
The Horn gave him a little timing to go for this. Cryo's also pretty exposed.
I mean, there's literally, shotguns on the other side. Brave doing this against the Neon. Surely overexposed, spotted out, and he hears it. Now that stun though ricochets. Jowen's got his eye set on a different direction. Through vents into mid. Up towards A heaven now, but he's only got that Bucky, and at long range, it's not really the gun but a job. Nightfall, it's going to be pulled out of 100 Thieves here. Vora feeling like he has to expend ultimates to stop this SEN push.
Asuna locking down the wall over towards B main though, just lets 100 Thieves play plenty of bodies on this A side of the map. They've got to be a little bit cautious about a B heaven pivot if these SEN players go from A heaven through vents back to B. But the defensive setup is still decent. Now they're starting to pull off. As SEN get the timing to go for the A re-hit, it could be dangerous.
Definitely could. Timotino doesn't have a rifle at play here. It's just the operator. He could get overwhelmed if SEN choose to go. But with 20 seconds left, you're going to have to move over towards A. Trying to use the wall to hide, but it's got the barrel out, and that really does reveal everything. Courtesy is in a position like that. Wall needs to be broken. 11 seconds left. You're going straight through screens. Asuna!
That's a play with the spike.
Oh my god, the damage done. And they know it. They've squeezed these players. The spike out of position cannot be planted. For Redux, just a game of seeing what you can salvage out of this situation. Taking out the operator, but that surely is going to be saved down to the final few seconds. He won't remain alive.
And Asuna did pick up the AWP in the end as well, so 100 Thieves don't even take the eco damage. SEN have struggled against this composition. It made them sweat a little bit with that A repop, but the weapons just weren't good enough to be able to do the job, and the time on the clock was way too low by the time they committed to it. 15 seconds, and they hadn't even... I mean, this is 9 seconds left, and the spike is going kind of solo through here off the back of a Sage wall. Crazy. This round's going to be no easier for SEN to get through, and then Ewok's going to take a timeout to discuss it. You have to go through all of the same layers, right? You have to try to bait out the Sage slows or the snake bite or something like this. You have to try to dodge the Timotino op, and then if you do get past it, Timotino now has a showstopper. This is an obnoxious comp to try to push through. And because it's Sentinel's map pick, 100 Thieves got to pick defense. And it's showcased that 100 Thieves Sage ideas and this approach to their map pool that we saw from them at kickoff has still got legs. Yeah, it's still really, really tough to get through.
They're one of the best teams, I think, at making the most out of the Sage pick.
Yeah, credit to the coaching staff.
Lot, yeah. And they carried that over.
And again, it's not about the stats, because Asuna's 2-6 right now, but it's that really genuinely isn't important. It's about the information value they get from popping down, you know, walls in certain places and how they play the macro more than anything.
Simplifies all of it. It means they can play 3-4 players, but where they pretty certain that the side hit's going to be ending. Sentinels. Big investment, full buy. Mid-exploration by 100 Thieves is called for here. Sen might just go for this. This is their default over towards B main, looking to take control.
Yeah,
Sage slow 100 Thieves.
The fact that they always run that Sage slow, though, means that you're never worried about a B pop.
What is here? Speaking out to this one, hold on, that shows some spots off, and that's revealed quite a bit. Instant with the trade. And a pop through anyway. The Seeker's into your face. You're going to put it away for a second, but the Fuse are going to be running out, and you're going to be missing your opportunity. Still, there's clear all the way into through B main. Sentinels might call for a reaction further. Yes, they want to fight into spawn here. It's another kill claimed. Losing track and losing grip over towards where the rest of this map is. The wall needs to be broken, but you can fight this one fully together. And Jerwin will just pave a way forwards. Great entries. Crying out with that operator. But just does flick towards it in time, and this is planted in such a weird spot, but still. Players are ready, waiting for it, and they can get the wraparound too. Redux has to be accounted for. Cryo already thinking about it. Crouched down, but as he just turns away, has to turn his attention fully towards this one. Sentinels coming out with all the right ideas. Paranoia off the top. Cryo just pushed into a pen, and yes, it's sharp shooting, but the round win was what Sentinels were going for, and they're going to get it.
Fourth on the board for Sentinels with a really nice reaction into B, just as their Sage Slow went down and allowed them to go for something like that as well. But we've seen both coaching staff across the maps here have a very similar idea. When the opponent team takes attack timeout, you run something fast and aggressive. We saw it with that Sentinels failed set play that they ran on Haven, and now we've seen it with a failed set play from 100 Thieves as they do something aggressive down mid, and Team Latino leads with the ult.
Nice.
They didn't really have the info about where Team Latino was supposed to jump on somebody, but they just want to be the team doing something different, doing something new, throwing Sen off their game. As it happens though, plays into the attacker's hands and gives Sentinels the fourth.
Sentinels only showing signs of the Viper util. Orb sailing over.
You've got to imagine they're playing in spots here where they could dodge the haunt. Vora hasn't thrown it yet. I wonder if he does to try to get Timo on a deeper line.
Saving it now for a situation like this. Deep haunt, broken.
And Timo's like, well, not going to take too much of a step forward then.
It's a risky spot still though with the up in hands. You're playing Raze, you don't have easy exits.
I believe in his movement. I think he's going to use his satchels quite nicely.
Movement and aim still. Trailblazer will have to be respected. He's happy to let them know that he is home. Immediately repositioning too towards it. Vora could be immensely pressured now, but still Timotino's there. And Vora watching the cross. Two players are dropped. Sentinels now are going to be really struggling. You can see it spread across the map.
That's again another situation where the Sage wall in mid lets them allocate 3 players to the ramp re-clear, where normally they would only have 2.
Redux. He's been known for his risky plays on the Omen. Could catch Bang unaware. Already inserted into the one-way. Paranoia is being held by Bang just in case, but all of the Sentinel squad grouping up behind it now, but that Sage Orb is used just instinctively. Maybe hearing that sound cue, and what a blind too. Raw spam, straight through the choke. Sentinels are being absolutely picked to pieces here with only 15 seconds left. No more second options. The DTP surely accounted for, and yes, an 8-4 half. That's what we're looking at here for 100 Thieves.
Really strong, nice value immediately from the game plan, the coaching staff, and the Sage pick again, working wonders for 100 Thieves, making it very difficult. But bear in mind, folks, that Sentinels have basically the exact same comp. Yeah, they won't be able to work around the Showstopper or the Raze nades, but the bare bones of the comp, the way that they can play the defense, it should be just as difficult for 100 Thieves to get through as these halves flip.
I'd agree. IGLing's desperately going to be tested on either side of things here, so the job's not done, job's not finished just yet.
Not much longer now, and I will also take to the skies.
Me too.
You? No, you will always be a worm.
Just wait and see.
Red Bull gives you wings.
As we get the second half underway, make sure to hit up expressvpn.com/VCT for in-game rewards with the advanced and pro plans right now. And as you said, Josh, before we went over, this is still not over just yet for 100 Thieves. You might think they're in a prime position to try and secure this one out, but the Sage goes both ways.
Yeah, it absolutely does. If the defending team running a Sage comp like this wins pistol, I think 8-4 is what you're looking at in most worlds. Without a pistol, maybe it's more like a 7-5, that kind of thing. But yeah, SEN should be able to apply a lot of pressure in the other direction if they can run their defense side as well as 100 Thieves. And that's a big if, because the game plan, the overall strategy with the Sage has been very, very strong from 100 Thieves. Not everyone runs it as well as they do.
Similar idea into this one. They don't show any signs of life. Contacting all the way into B as much as they possibly can.
Well, John actually holding the wall, potentially for a retake.
Oh, the paranoia though, that's surely going to be putting a stop to it though. They're going to be moving into a different direction. The horn forwards as well, but that high ground ankle. Timotino is trying to adjust it in time. Jerwin, straight in there. He's able to collect himself too as well for his troubles, but the wraparound by Cryo anticipated by Jerwin. 3 kills for the rookie newcomer to Sentinels. And he's saving a day for them on more than one account.
Yeah, he's had a great game here. I've been impressed with him. Even though they're down in terms of rounds, he's had some nice moments in here. Fearlessly floods in through heaven. Like I said, John QT holding onto the wall, I think. Maybe.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed, bro. Let's go.
Getting a pistol. I mean, you could.
It's big.
Yeah, it really does make a big difference, because now they can start the ball rolling and get back into this game. But I think even without a pistol, there would still have been hope for Sentinels. Just would have made things a lot more difficult. Let's see how John uses the wall, though, throughout this defense half. Previous round, like I say, I think he was saving it for a retake. It's really difficult on a pistol round to get that defuse if the wall goes up in front of the spike. Or rather, to stop the defuse.
Yeah. Attempt. Redux looking to see if he can deny the orb, because Timotino is very akin, I think, to the same game plan that 100 Thieves had on Haven. Putting the orbs in him, trying to build up to the big ultimates, the pivotal ones at least.
I like the Jerwins. Oh.
Well, yeah, punished for that.
I was going to say, I like that Jerwin's bold enough to go up onto a line like this. You're on an anti-eco. You don't want to give away too much, but he's only got the Marshal. And you've got to have the confidence as a Tier 1 Pro duelist to be looking for fights.
Yeah. Gotta know that a lot of them not going to be buying armor into this one, so it should be a good opportunity for Jerwin to just thrive and feast against the ecos. But okay. Running and gunning, spammed away. Asanado forwards again, but are they going to anticipate this? Jonah P cuts them up, slicing them through them. Snakebite and a judge to supplement.
Flood defending off the back of an anchor player. Both rounds here from SEN. 100 Thieves go for more of the mid-round site tech stuff. See if that continues. They lost Timotino very early on there. But they're bold, they're confident. SEN are playing like they're going to win this game, but they've drawn it back within 2. 100 Thieves still lead, and this is a very important one. The weaponry, better for 100 Thieves. You want to get this one across the line if you've got a chance of pushing this to buy.
Absolutely. You want to do it cleanly too, without losing too much in the process, but split close quarters map as well. You can see these weapons thrive in the hands of Sentinels. A little bit of a ramp take. Cutting noise after it, looking for a reaction, see if there is anything of the sorts. Trailblazer's going to be broken.
It's a funky wall in mid, but it's also a funky orb from Cortesia. He can play around this with the judge.
Timotino, rifle in play, but he's up against Joe, and perhaps as well with a rifle of his own, and just sharper today.
Jowen's looking good.
Pressure and expectations that are being leveled onto his shoulders. He's living up to it.
And watch this Viper smoke if they try to go back into A. This is a devious one.
P gets the spot, gets the information, and stepping forwards, Judge at hand. You do not want to go back there. This is already looking dire for 100 Thieves.
Really nice bonus round idea from SEN. They've had a very clear vision of how they want to play. It's something that we're crediting 100 Thieves for a lot. But they are now in a very tough situation. 3v5.
Position, slight jump spot. Noise made though, but already Jerwin ready for the fight. Not willing to posture past that one, but he's already done the job, surely. Damage being done, wall being broken, there's pressure mounting on every direction. 100 Thieves. Cryo and Asuna, these guns are essential. They're feeling that squeeze, and with 17 seconds left, you have no more options.
They're looking to save.
Yep, you have to.
But I mean, it's difficult to even extract yourself in this scenario. They are going to be able to get out. I think people should be looking to chase here, to be honest.
Yeah, they really should be.
Jonah and Cortesia, they're going for it.
They are. The seconds drifting down once they realize, actually, where they're going to be stood. Asuna, positioning revealed, caught into the corner. Just trying to narrowly escape, and they do get away with just at least the 2 guns.
Yeah, it's fair enough, actually. I wanted SEN to hunt for that harder, but they picked up all of the proper rifles off the ground. So even though they don't take weapons out of the hands of 100 Thieves, they themselves get the upgrade. So, you know, Cortezi gets to upgrade from a judge to a rifle. You get the value of winning the bonus there massively. Gerwin's look great. He's played that position perfectly. The discipline to fall back when you're in a advantage spot as well. No overheating. Really good stuff from a rookie.
Well, it's difficult for rookies when you play for the SEN organization because the pressure, it's kind of outweighed compared to other orgs as well.
Yeah. Lots of eyes.
Yeah.
Lots of judgment. This is the same wall that they were running in the previous round. Same orb as well on A. It does look difficult to get through this setup from Cortezia.
Totino, one of the few players with a rifle on the 100 Thieves side here. I should save that away, but again, the difficulties remain. This wall dropped up. 100 Thieves looking to contact up as much as they can. A bit of breakage from far away. I think not trying to give away that there could be players close to it, but John QT happy to just relocate.
They're giving 100 Thieves a bit more of the map compared to the first half with the defense versus attack.
Well broken. Prowler secondary towards it. John QT is fully moving backwards here. Redux needs to be careful about being pressured.
They've got to break this Trailblazer in order to make it feel like it's still be heaven, but Jonah's smart and he goes back over to A.
Yeah, it's turning around now, losing mid-control, the wall up as well. Ramp's not accounted for, but Jonah P has to hold this one back. Eye set onto the directions, all the pressure really onto this one with the Odin at hand, the util flying. All that going for him. It's the season and A to try and combine it all. Rifles in the hands of Timotino, leading it forwards once more, but Cortezia backs towards it. Reset his aim enough for 2.
It's still winnable for 100 Thieves. The time is low, but they got rifles in hand that can get a plant down.
10 seconds. Cryo, critical reposition from him. Doesn't sit himself onto the site, the reposition up the ramp as well, and he's got his target acquired. John QT brought down. Plant, though, it's not for him. More like a main position and just missing this time, but Redux slipping past. Spotted out, though, by Cryo. Revealed now. Smoke to play around. Bang, going to be twisting within it. Trying to play this one together. Redux has outs to smoke. A tap. Seeing if he can pull some of these players way out. A gap found. 1v1 now. Cryo versus Redux. Half earned, sticking all the way. But Cryo not done yet. Not finished yet.
Oh, the timing on that too. Just as Redux got half. Big conversion though for 100 Thieves. If we take a step back, their weaponry coming into that round, they should not have been coming away with it. SEN lose control of this setup a bit. I think more credit to 100 Thieves. They got the Prowler onto Jonah P in A Heaven that confirmed the positioning of a player, and then sent a Season 8 to flush him into the open. And from there, cascaded the Death Ball with lower weapons to be able to win a 2v2 on A. That's the kind of round that has kept 100 Thieves head above water.
Now all grouped up. What a shot! Snaps towards it. Timotino, he can't even leave the ground before he's dead. Opera already getting value, but that orb will actually bring him straight back into the picture. And
yeah,
Timotino,
very nice.
He does have an ult now. Not sure if he earned it up from Cryo just from that death, but...
The problem is, you do kind of want to break that wall. Oh, they've decided not to even go for it.
Just leaving it.
Yeah, well now, as these SEN players, you don't have to be worried about A-main for the next 20-odd seconds. If they don't break their own wall, they're not really going to be ready for a pop.
No, the flash got caught on it.
Yeah, the wall blocked the flash from Jonah P.
So they don't have information over towards A. That's going to keep some of the SEN players at least pinned towards that spot. Trailblazer has to be used to re-clear.
John still has 2 slows, though. This looks like a nightmare to get through. I don't know that Timo's going to be able to get value from his ult.
Yeah, we'll find out. He's going to be blinded up almost immediately at that. So that shows stopper just against the back wall, but a TP up into the corner. Redux holding it down, but already he's going to be feeling that pressure. Good fights taken by 100 Thieves. By Storm, and they're just surging into the B site. And Jonah P now. 1v4 for him. First one taken out. That's 1 obstacle removed, but he's got 3 more to deal with. Plant down. Haunt has to be broken here, and 100 Thieves, they like their 3-2-1 swings, but we'll see. Probably off Bang's contact, holding down towards Hell. It's all handled there. 10 rounds for 100 Thieves.
This deathball-y approach for 100 Thieves has now given them a good rewards across 2 rounds here. They contact right up to B main and pop. And this is what we were discussing a bit earlier, how sometimes those slow orbs can be too late. It didn't actually stop Timotino from going for that fast blast pack route over towards New Box. And going 1-for-1 is fine if the rest of the 100 Thieves players just all have guns out behind and trade the defenders. The more the 100 Thieves are grouping together, the better the results, actually. They're being able to death ball around and overwhelm the Sentinels' defense.
That's good fights taken.
You've got to try to navigate a double judge in this round, though, from Join and Cortesia.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
There should be threats all across the place. But if 100 Thieves can win this crucial round, they probably take the map. This one is so important.
The economy is going to be in tatters, really, the Sentinels here. We'll see what they've got up their sleeves.
Let's guys talking through it. We can't.
It's a pussy dog.
We have all of mid. We have all of mid. Let's break this swap. Break this swap.
They don't have the main. They don't have the main either. They have no info.
I'm gonna Can we just look to
He
B split?
resmoked B. He resmoked B.
Okay.
Look to B split. Okay, one
Can I
ramp.
just watch the ray? Saw nothing.
Okay, pump B, go A.
Pump B, go. I agree. I'm gonna open ults on it.
I'm dogging now. Yeah. Room one.
Get ropes. Chill.
Let's go in now. Go in now, guys. Go in. Come here. I need
Run,
spacing.
Jordan. Care
I'm gonna
shotgun.
smoke screens. I'm gonna smoke screens.
Elwood judge.
25 seconds.
One's cross.
And that is it. I mean, the silence definitely into the comments. We'll see what Bang can do from a spot like this. Already in himself, 15 seconds left for the spike. Surely irretrievable. Cryo just steps over it. A snake bite. Just biding his time. 11 seconds left, but tucked tight to the corners. Jonah P. Playmaker and difference maker. No more time left to play or even work with for 100 Thieves. It all just goes too wrong.
The big player there, obviously, Cortesia, with that judge in Lambs. In Vents, what am I talking about, Lambs?
Yeah.
We're on the wrong map. We haven't got a bind yet.
About bind, man.
Yeah, but look at this. The call from 100 Thieves is pump B, go A. The idea being you're going to throw a bit of util, try to draw util out on the B site, you're pump faking, and then you're headed off in the other direction. But usually...
Top 10 was bullshit rounds of all time.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't clear Vent early, then you are going to run into that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's so common currently to see judges in play.
Yeah, I mean, even if it wasn't the Viper, it would be the Neon, right? So, I don't know, man. I feel like you've got to use a bit of util earlier on in the round to clear that out because it's such a danger position. Keep mental up, though.
All smiles to Martina. What a peek. Wow.
It's a nice entry. And that means no wall around the map to have to deal with. Makes things a lot easier for Vora.
Instant reaction over from Sentinels. They're going to re-clear up towards B main. And makes them certain that this is probably going to be landing over towards A. The flash connection. Yep. So Jonah P gets the acknowledgement. At least one lurking around there.
They're going to need a big round again here, though, from Cortesia.
See, the 9-4 was being considered. I'm going to be using util though to see if they can clear their way up through ramp. 50 seconds. Wall up now to block off one avenue to ensure that they don't get backstabbed in the process. 9-4 now scatters, but Cortesia now is going to do it. Jonah P! Slams the door in their faces, shuts them out of it. Bit of blind spam as well, just hoping for the luck of the draw. And Sentinels regrouping now. Cortesia has got help and backup is arrived. Spike drop down, 30 seconds left for 100 Thieves. It's about digging your way out. Redux accounting for the angle. Shots fired, rattling away. Vora claims his kill. 22 seconds left. The spike still is in just such a difficult spot. Cryo! Dismissed and swept away by Cortesia.
Another incredible round from the guy. 17 and 14.
That's crazy.
Winning every crucial scenario for SEN. I love this orb in main. Haven't seen other teams do it. Maybe SEN are not the first, but it allows Jonah P to put his back to A main because you can't get seen.
Yeah.
It's so tall and it's so like into the site. He can fully focus on A heaven, manages to catch two. But the star of the round has got to be Cortesia at the end there, being able to pick up both of those headshots from long range on site.
That's crazy.
Said he needed to come out with a big one, and he delivers. 100 Thieves have maintained the lead throughout this half, but by a knife's edge, by the thinnest of margins. And now they only lead by one and are coming in to an eco round. So this is the moment where Sentinels are going to look to try to equalize that 8-4 deficit they started the half with. We spoke about how these comps look defense-sided, and now the shoe is on the other foot.
Yeah,
NBS is
firmly.
trying to figure out how to deal with his own ideas.
Exactly. Coming into fruition, isn't it? Timeout taken. It's the first one for 100 Thieves to see if they can find a way. And that goes to show how pressured they're really feeling. A spot like this, Sentinels got a lot to work with here. It's a pit as well. You can shore up your defense. Not too sure if you'd want to use it in a round like this when you're going up against the eco, but
Yeah, probably.
option.
Probably for the next one on the rifle round, but they're going to completely change their defensive setup here. Running a wall that lets you flood in through heaven. So as the defenders here, you'd be able to run in behind this and get a lot of support in to help Kotazia.
We're holding it down now as well. That snake bite, slight jiggle. 100 Thieves. We've got everybody here geared up. Bucky in Timotino's hands. The movement's got to be cleaned here. Following forwards with that one. Oh! Deleted. Not much Kotazia can do against that. Snake bite. Oh, Redux! He TP'd deep into the corner, unaccounted for, and still chops away 2. But Sentinels are the ones at a disadvantage. What is that?
It's a Thrifty that's come out of absolutely nowhere, and Timotino delivers it right into the lap of 100 Thieves.
What is that?
He's up to 20 kills. I can't believe he landed the first Bucky kill, to be honest with you, man.
Ridiculous.
Look at that.
And then I'm not too sure if he's just spamming. I mean, this is crazy.
Well, so Redux is supposed to be TPing here, assuming that the Viper Wall stays up. I mean, he also got hit by the Hawks. Can't believe he got 2. And Timotino gets 4.
Is that just spam onto the Seekers?
Yeah, he's just spamming the Seekers, and there's 2 players behind it.
Yeah, okay.
And now Sentinels are the ones on an eco.
Just like that. Breathing room completely negated. Pixel of an angle to work with. Redux just slightly missing that shot, but a fast fight to be taken. 2 players blind, but Bang was just anti. Good protocols. 100 Thieves, they had a plan for that.
Yeah, very nice idea. That should be the round there from Timotino that sends 100 Thieves to blind. What does SEN have in their back pocket to throw more chaos into the mix? I mean, because now he's got an ult up. They're 1 away from the res.
Difficult.
Oh, hello. This is a nice idea.
In
Fake wall. I mean, hey, on a Thrifty.
I like it.
Why not?
Yeah. Throw it in because they're already grouping up. 100 Thieves knowing that they want to break this.
It's luring them forwards.
Jerwin. Let's see what that Bucky can do, man.
They are
Holding
smelling
close,
danger.
Holding close, Bucky. That means business here. It's a stun onto himself as well, just to try and bail himself out, but the wall's not broken. Still they clear him out. It's a lot of damage.
Well, it forces the res at least.
It does. Ults have to be expended as a result of it. Timotino back into the fight. But hold on. There's already another Bucky waiting right round the corner, trying to play the timing for it, pre-aiming it up to the sky. But already the slow orb has slowed it all the way down. What happened to the bloody rocket? I'm not too sure.
No.
But Timotino's just wandering in time. 30 seconds left. Stunted at the bloody doorstep. Sentinels pull off miracles once more.
What an incredible couple of rounds there from the Thrifties.
You're joking.
Because it's not just like random ideas. These are such cool setups. The fake wall with Joan in front of it.
God.
Again, this orb from Cortesia is ridiculous. It lets him get on that angle. It's so difficult for 100 Thieves to get through. And then the slow orb, they're crawling in. What did happen to the showstopper?
I'm not too
I have
sure.
no idea.
No idea.
It disappeared.
I got put away, not too sure. The slow orb, though, was perfect on it. Completely stopped the momentum of that push.
Does 100 Thieves have another Thrifty round in the bag? That previous one was a set play.
Zia. Pops the wall up now. You're right. Previous one was a set play. How much more can you really do?
Yeah, how deep is the strat book when it comes to Thrifty ideas on split attack?
Teams are pressuring each other. Perfectly for now. Sentinel still trying to stay in control. 1 HP. It's all he needs. Disengages, and the space is back filled up by Jerwin, holding for it. Stun there just in case. For Sentinels, most assuredly going to be up to even, 11 to 11.
The team play looks nice too. As they drop back, Jerwin fills the space, makes it very difficult for 100 Thieves. Lots of bait and switch plays. Both teams playing quite well, actually. It feels like the level's increasing rather than decreasing as the series goes on.
Lovely angle.
John shuts him down. And somehow, some way, not in the manner that I expected, we've got to 11-11.
It's just pure craziness. Madness occurring between these two teams.
Well, we've still got 2 to end regulation. This could easily go overtime. I mean, SEN should be favored here. They're on defense side.
One enemy remaining.
They've got that Sage.
Down B.
And they've generally been winning in this half.
What? Freaking goal. I cannot curse. That's freaking.
Yeah. It's good that he's thinking about it.
Yeah, yeah.
Timeout taken. Last one now for 100 Thieves. The pressure is on because this is the match. This is the series, essentially. You cannot go out here. They felt like they were in the driving seat. They certainly were for most of this map, at least, thinking perhaps that they could bring it all the way to bind. But for now, Sentinels, like you said, they should be favored. Defense side on the Sage. You have a Viper's Pit to place down too. Simplifies your macro.
But for 100 Thieves, you've got to try to keep the frame of mind. We only really need to win one. Like, because getting to overtime then resets where you get a couple of those defense rounds yourself and you're not constantly fighting uphill. It's a bit more even back and forth between you. But these next two, it's going to be difficult, honestly, for 100 Thieves to go 50-50 in these and even take it to overtime. Much less win them both with what we've been seeing so far. Timotino has been a beast in some of the moments. I mean, the 4K he got on the Thrifty would be a miracle if he could repeat it in a spot like this. Spikes on the opposite side of the map to here, Vora.
Bit of pressure over towards B early. Could be cooking up a bit of a seasonade, but Redux will have a TP to get out. In fact, he's just even faking that he has TP, crossing it up, just a boombot early. It does keep them guessing, Timotino will have to clear that. Diligence shown, but over towards A, that's where the goal is for 100 Thieves.
John's continuing to get good value out of this mid wall, though. Nobody's really defaulting to break it.
Flash is good. Gets the connection they were looking for, but there's pressure occurring onto either side of the map. The Sentinels, what do they choose to do? Proactivity.
Yeah, back to a more normal defensive setup from Cortesia, though, as well. So he's not got that Orbit A main that's been getting them so much value. They actually double-layered the Viper Orb and the Sage Wall in mid. And it back to B, where you've been faking things the whole round. You've been pulling the defenders to B, and now you're going to end B.
John has a slow. This feels like Sentinel should be more than favored.
As long as they don't overthink it. I mean, they have lost a lot of info around the map now that John QT's wall's gone down.
The wall went down. It's the perfect time for 100 Thieves. Anybody knew how to play around a Sage, it would be them. And now as that smoke dissipates, looking to pop all the way in. Smokes here, forwards, past the wall. Redux got it all to do and more, but still brought down to his knees. Jerwin up there and out of there. He's already got his one. 3v3. Retake going to be played for here by SEN. And a safe plant. Not for main here for 100 Thieves. They're going to have to play tucked up onto site here. Wide swing, instant trade. Discipline reigning supreme for Sentinels. Still dicey business, not anticipating the bang could be there. TP adjustment, but covered by Vora. It's 100 Thieves to 12.
That safe pair of hands from the IGL. Vora sends things home. But what an entry, too, from Timotino. He just had to fly in front of his own team's Sage Wall to open things up. Here it is again. Rockets in, deletes John QT, and kind of cascades the opening for his squad here. A very slow approach to this attack half, just waiting out the Sage Wall, thinking, all right, well, if John's going to use it early doors, we'll simply go for very, very late round execs. Do they have another one?
Operator here, sitting in the slow. Damage done, but a kill still claimed.
Almost a collat.
Almost. Bang. There was a heal in the back pocket for Asuna. He'll be able to heal him all the way back up to 100.
Redux has been going for these floating one-ways quite a lot. Nearly spotted a toe there. Got to see it again with a pit in mid. Like he's moving around the map, constantly applying pressure in different areas. It's going to be so hard for 100 Thieves to get through this, but they do seem like they want to challenge it. They've got double Prowler, a Fade Ultimate.
You have the tools.
If Timotino was alive, they could send it after it, but who's actually going to push off the back of this Fade Util?
If this pick goes down, it means absolutely everything. The highlights reveal it. Trades instant again, 100 Thieves. Pure discipline. So it's finding it. John QT trying to assert himself. The read, the wall. He's walling him up potentially. What? He's trapped over. Cryo. Whoa! execution style. 100 Thieves not finished though, 2v2. Dropping down, flooding in, the blind connects. John QT feeling that squeeze already. What the hell is occurring? Safe plant in order, but for 100 Thieves, it's feeling like it surely. This is it, Jonah P, a 1v2 to keep them in the map. Or will we be going to bind? Positioning accounted for, first one locked on, bang, back at the site, spotted out, the flash, the wrap around, swinging anti, the professor! He comes up clean, and that is top bloody marks!
He's gonna need to do a class on how to run those sky flashes all the way around Pillar for the clutch. What was this round, man?
This is ridiculous.
John half clears the box, traps Cryo in here, gets the res. Cryo gets the kill with the shorty anyway. John kills him while he's jumping. And the bird goes round the world.
Hear no bell. I hear no bell.
Yeah.
School's in session. Oh my God, we're going OT.
Okay. And that's earn a bit of respite here for Sentinels. A timeout. After they burnt 2 of them in the first half.
Bro, that's crazy. They're ripping the timeout before we've even played an OT round.
Immediately.
By the way, just for the folks at home, you get more time at the beginning of the OT anyway, compared to the normal moments, right?
Yeah.
Because you're like, there's a bit more of a break, a bit more downtime for your team to discuss things, but Ewok wants to talk to them early before, because this was the problem half, right?
The attack side,
yes.
SEN, right?
And SEN are about to go back into attack, yeah. So just getting in real early. I think if we can pull some differences aside, 100 Thieves on defense, Asuna was trying to use the walls on the outsides of the map much more. He was looking to lock off A main a ton, and they were also doing this B main protocol on defense where they were throwing, you know, a slow orb or a one-way smoke, the boom bot, these kind of things. And 100 Thieves are putting a premium on B main control. So there are strategic things that Ewok can read into here. But as for what the correct adjustment is, do you dominate mid because that's where the Sage isn't gonna be? For the moment, it looks like, again, there was this horn play over towards A that SEN might have to try to dodge.
It's gonna be a fake TP and I think a slow orb into B main. Faking like they're taking control of it.
Both teams playing the Sage macro really well. I'm enjoying it.
It's a light to watch.
What a map.
Both of these teams are pushing each other to the brink. The Sentinels, a chance now earned to see if they can close this one out for 100 Thieves. Just looking to stay alive.
Maybe expecting there that SEN were going to contest them over this space early. But 100 Thieves stay in control of B main. Horns over the top.
Yeah.
Horn actually to clear a potential aggressive play from Cortezia. So he popped both of the pieces of his Viper util. Vora went looking for info, and now he's jiggling.
As the C's ready. Forward with the wall up though, he's going to be using that Prowler, gets the connection, DTP up towards Ram. This is Redux with a rapid takeover alongside Jerwin. They're sending this one full throttle at that minute mark, wall to cut it up. This is the playbook out of 100 Thieves zone, but Vora up onto the high ground, unaccounted for. Still Redux trying to make the most, but Asuna is beaming him down in the choke. And Vora still sitting with his back to the wall. Bullet shredding the opposition here. Jonah P barely alive at all, but he's found that window. Adjust the aim once more as trades intact. Asuna, Timotino, leave it all to John, leave it all to John. And now in a 1v1.
He has a res when he gets his plant, but I don't know that he's going to be able to play for it.
He's guessing where Timotino is. He doesn't know where he is.
He's got no idea.
Wants to pull him out. And the longer this goes, the worse it gets for him. 20 seconds remaining. He has to commit at some point. Can't rotate. Has to go for it. Another tap on 10 HP. Timotino. He just needed the one bullet. And he made it count.
The fear from John, because Timo could have been in any of those spots, any of those timings. And because he's paranoid about where the defensive raise could be, Timotino just gets all the time in the world to sneak up on him. Easy to say from our point of view, oh yeah, just get the plant down, but yeah, so tough in that 1v1. Pressure onto Sentinels, but we're expecting the defending teams here to have advantages. This OT could go for a while.
It's an off in Jerwin's hands.
Jerwin with the op.
And this is some fake B pressure. They're actually taking this control already. The moments! They meet each other head to head. Comes down to who was able to press that TP faster.
Yeah, and the defenders normally have an advantage in that kind of spot. That's why you saw 100 Thieves go for it in the previous round too. Cortesia is
fuel running out. Repositions though. It's a tight timing. Giving up control up towards it. That is just an instinctual play. Shot through the smoke, connects directly to the dome. Vora dropped.
massive advantage for the defenders here again. In all likelihood, OT continuing, unless 100 Thieves can pull something ridiculous out the back. Asuna and Timotino are looking for a contact play into Redux.
What a shot! Fade away. Immediately going back to that more passive position, but he's already done the damage, already done the work. At this point, you don't want to give away any unnecessary kills to let 100 Thieves back in. Redux, still got his eye on it. He's been sharp here.
He really has. He's mixed in the discipline with the playmaking very nicely.
Yeah, right when they needed it. Smoke. There's a mistake he had to play around here. He knows that this is where 100 Thieves are looking to end. It's like gap.
Low. Oh, okay, I was like, bro, what the fuck's wrong with my mic, bro?
Plays in Cortesia.
Today we changed your mind.
For Sentinels, 13-13. We go again.
Oh, the Marine hat? No, no.
Another opportunity to think about.
Absolutely not.
How the defense is playing this. Little jiggle there as well.
That was a stupid move.
Yeah, just throws off Bang's aim a little.
One enemy remaining.
B-main has been such a crucial area at the start of these rounds. Both of the teams not really going for like fast A ramp control at all as a counter.
No got away.
Sentinels get another chance here on the attack side. Cryo. Whoa, almost punished immediately. It's good spam. Heal was ready though. So was the slow wall waiting. Bit of a crossfire setup here, Cortesia.
Okay, perfect.
Just looking to piece out where the Sage Wall could be in a TP. No way, 100 Thieves, they're going for it! Just a swing into it. Cortesia not ready for that kind of aggression. There's no Utah behind it, but a snake bite does the job. Softens up Jerwin. He meets his match for 100 Thieves.
Honest, the Marine hat, I don't even have it on
to them.
Sen felt like they had to try to force a play there when they had the timing. Can't let 100 Thieves just sit pretty 5v4.
How difficult this is. I mean, Redux, he has to break this wall, but it's a deadly job.
Yeah, it's still on the outside of the map. Asuna's been going for that more often, but this a mid-round timing, I think is even harder to get through, rather than ripping it at the start of the round.
Call is made to potentially split into B.
Another 3v5 for the attackers, though. It's so tough.
Yeah. It's almost impossible here. Bang's position is just filthy. Sat back onto the box. Could be able to catch their contact. Look at this.
30 seconds
Devious angle.
It's quite nice from Sen, though.
Yeah, it does give a lot of space up towards Heaven, but Cryo accounts for it, already filling up the gaps. Redux forwards. Cryo's just taking over. For Redux, it's all in his hands, but an impossible spot, isn't it? The spike, irretrievable.
There's a Viper's Pit on top of the spike with 10 seconds left.
Good luck.
There's never been a less winnable round in the history of Valorant there. Which team is going to be able to get over the line with an attack round? I mean, that's what's going to do it at this point, surely.
That's the question.
Cryo nearly got punished in the very beginning and gets the heal, recovers.
Enemy remaining.
Ends up shutting all of this down.
That's real clean.
Now, Bang went for the teleport in B main previously. They're not going to expect him to do it again.
No, surely not. I mean, listen, there's mind games when it gets this late into OT.
Don't do it again.
Little elements, both Omens trying to read each other, get to grips of it, and Bang just goes for it again. Yeah, like you said. Don't expect it twice in a row.
No, exactly. It's important sometimes as a pro player to have a short memory. You just ignore the conditioning that they've done.
Yeah. This one pops up. Signals that Jerwin's going to be receiving a bit of action soon enough here. He's got the wall. Bail him out for a second, couple of shots. Bit of a handshake here with the lead, but Boomwalk broken. Horn sidestepped. Mid-control is theirs for 100 Thieves. Looking to take it one step further forwards. That wall, unusual place for it, but still walked all the way up. They've got a wall of their own, haven't they? They're thinking about it.
I mean, that would be a crazy play to go for in OT.
They've done it before. I think they're thinking about it.
Oh, I'd love to see it.
Contact it up. Be a prime spot to do it. Yeah, I'm telling you, I can read their minds.
Oh, the paranoia play as well? No, they're just going for it.
Wall up, Jerwin hears it though, knows that they're up and over towards that. The stun claims the lives
of
two, potentially no. Sidestep, but still a kill is theirs. Redux, blinded, has to get out of dodge, and what an audacious TP. Bang immediately shut down, and a follow through. Timotino sat back down to that spectator seat. In all likelihood, we will be going once more. Another round here of OT. Unless we see a miracle round. Cryo, Asuna here together. Swiftly dealt with though by Jerwin. 14-14.
You can tell it's an overtime game because people are coming up with ideas on ideas, you know, throwing the same looks at people, anticipating that the punish won't be there. I'm referring to the B main play. And then going for the Sage Wall over the Sage Wall, something we haven't seen at all in regulation, as far as I can remember anyway. But you know, definitely a tool in the Sage v Sage matchup. You gotta get funky to win an attack round right now because these teams are looking clinical on defense.
Going blow for blow. Just comes down to who can win that attack side round. Sentinels. The team up.
Aggressive TP from Redux this time.
Yeah.
Cortesia got double-faced by Timatino and Fora in the previous attack round for Sentinels. So this time he's called for reinforcements. Jerwin's here.
Sentinels conditioned from that deep push from 100 Thieves. One of the defensive rounds that they ended up opting in. They're just holding for now, but now looking to see if they can get a bit more space. The slow up does make it difficult. Trailblazer doesn't actually clear as much as they were hoping. Big flash on top of it. That sidestep as well, I believe. No acknowledgement. Pocket, a window of opportunity. Vora! Cleaned up. Decapitated. What's the answer now? 100 Thieves double up, group up, and they do take the fight together.
But do they think about Jerwin? Did they spot him?
Sails straight past.
Whoa, what a lineup!
What is that? Hits the corner, spoils the surprise. Jerwin was hoping that would be unaccounted for, and Jonah P just needs a pocket to play in. The call is made. Make your way over towards A. No more time to really think about this spot. 35 seconds remaining. Jerwin out of A main control here, but the anchor players on 100 Thieves.
Best time for an attack team in a round.
And they're going to see if they can actually convert this one here. Forward to the paranoia! Timatino just steps into it. Still forwards, Cryo is there. Holds them back. And for Sentinels, it's going to take brute force, going to take much more already. They're just being chopped to pieces. Time against them. An opportunity, but the movement just clean enough here. Asuna spinning and twirling in the air. Takes the time perfectly to fight.
SEN had an opportunity there. 4v4, and they'd isolated 2 anchor players on A. That was the best chance that an attack side team has had the whole of OT. But they couldn't convert. 100 Thieves still strong, still getting good value out of their anchors. And I like that they've made this decision to go and fight aggressively into the A lurk. Cryo's just so comfortable in spots like that.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah. This 100 Thieves squad have got 2 really good anchor players in Cryo and Bang. When they play, you know, bunker compositions like this.
Where they can just react to what's happening.
Yeah. The comps like this just suit them so much.
We see if SEN can keep it going once more on the defense side. Again, these teams have had struggles on the attack.
It's 100 Thieves always getting up to map point, though, because they start first on defense.
Yeah.
More pressure for SEN.
Gotta clear it out of your minds.
Blinded.
Flash. Acknowledgement there. Nice and early, but that B main control is theirs for 100 Thieves, and they might look to just pop it straight into this. Prowler, look and see if they can pull some util out. This isn't a hard committal by any means.
They might be looking to draw the wall out of John as well.
Yeah, counting 1 Sage slow. There's the wall. Immediately broken. He played well by 100 Thieves.
Yeah, I like this defaulting, but the question is now, where do you end? You've drawn out the utility, you've given yourself an advantage, but you don't have mid control, and you don't have A ramp. So, are you just going to go back into a B pop, even though you've pulled the defenders here?
Apparently. Both teams are wondering what's happening with mid, because they both left it vacant.
Yeah. I mean, I like the defaulting so far, but I'd like to see them not end with just this B exactly. See if they can make it work.
The high smoke just drops down, gives that window of opportunity and a bit of spam. Well, that could be paying dividends. The Horn just goes too close, but a wall up. It's a high-low setup just on the fly. Forwards again, he sees is going to be missing, going wide. Jerwin, aim trained on that high ground. Like a hawk, he's just going to be watching for the fight to come to him. And now on the Jun QT! Saves them right when they needed it.
Oh my god, bro, I don't know what to do.
15 to 15. Nobody can find an attack round here. No ults coming online in overtime. You just gotta win these rounds. You've got to find some way of creating advantages for yourself, and it's so tough.
How do you do it?
I mean, even there with the B pop,
Yeah.
you know, they're trying something different, trying to overwhelm the B side players who would be trying to anchor in those positions, flood out all at once the death ball that was working for 100 Thieves occasionally on attack. We go again.
Adjustments on adjustments. And the tension is sky high.
Same kind of thing over here towards A ramp. These two holding hands. They went aggressive in the previous round.
Find you.
This seems to be where Sentinels are putting the priority in terms of their strategy. The adjustments are, can we make something happen with an A ramp lurk?
Spam. Dangerous work. Move up, slow walk. Skipped past for now, a bit of anti-synergy, but it does clear the way into vents. Minute mark, now drifting down, Sentinels. They hit a wall.
Yeah, the wall over deep in B heaven. You have to commit quite a lot into B heaven in order to break that, and that means you're going to be slower on this A split, if indeed that's even where you're going. I mean, the spike at the moment is just sat in ramen. SEN are still figuring out where they want to end.
I mean, they can hop up over this wall too if they wanted to. Place a little bit further back, but I believe that angle watch for, yeah, it's accounted for. Bang. Holding, expecting that to be the play.
Jerwin's going to go and pick up the spike.
They get it now, 30 seconds remaining. It looks like the play is...
They're going to try to hit the timing as the wall goes down?
Expires, yeah, hoping that it is the weaker side. They will be correct in that.
Nice call.
Once more, it is made. John, sort of wall primed, he's up towards the top. I think they just spotted it out, but there's a flash into the face. Dropping down, Jonah P. Matters not, but only 14 seconds left. Got to get a move on, got to clear these players out of dodge. Sentinels barely in there. Plan starting to go down, and Nade rebounds, and it's down. Jerwin, who'll pay for it with his life, but that might be exactly the play they needed. For Sentinels to break this stalemate, to get an attack side round, it will mean absolutely everything. The post plant played for a high-low here. Waiting for it, Timatino. See if he can bait it out. A few shots rattling out. Needs his one, but already he's just taking bullets to the dome, straight through the wall, straight through the box. Cryo right there, blinded up toe, and he's going to be finished. Cortezia holding, and patience pays off. The attack side round wants to break it first. It's all Sentinels.
It's their first time in overtime getting up to that match point. And they're favored to convert it. Everyone's been winning the defense rounds up until this point. And I'll tell you what, Brent, even with perfect calling from John QT, this round was 1 second away with German's plan from all going awry.
Yeah.
They had to, because they had to wait out the wall for so long.
If it was 1 second delayed, there was no more time to plant.
No, not at all. So it shows you how difficult these rounds are going to be. And the pressure on 100 Thieves right now is immense. I don't think it's unreasonable to say they came into this game as the favorites. Maybe not heavy favorites. We don't know what this new SEN with German was going to look like. But with what 100 Thieves have done in kickoff, the expectations for this team as a dark horse to maybe make some kind of run, to finish up towards middle to top of the group, this would be a big blow and a great win for SEN to put on the board.
It really would. I mean, like we said at the beginning, they're already sitting at 0-1 as a result of circumstances. It was out of their hands, right?
Yeah.
They had to play with subs, and there was other issues at hand. We won't go into it, but for them to get a win here would mean everything. We'll be going level into the group. It means, I mean, really does mean everything for your playoff odds.
It absolutely
It's crazy
does.
to say at this point. We're only in week 2, but
no, it's super important, especially when you're competing against a team that's in a similar position to you. Those are the games that matter the most in this format.
As you get to week 5, and suddenly the head-to-head matters. If you won versus 100 Thieves.
But we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. 100 Thieves have pulled out some miraculous moments when they've been under pressure in this map.
We'll see if they can do it again. Will we go another round, or will it all be SEN? Jerwin, defense side with the operator, up on top of the wall. Orb's being vacuumed up, and they're going to leave Jerwin as that insert.
Yeah, it's a little bit similar to the Thrifty round idea that they had, where they put him with a Bucky in front of it. If Cryo goes to try to break this, he's got a nasty surprise.
Cryo, just barely. The elbow spotted out, and a shot rings out, so they know. Surprise is spoiled. Jerwin has that up. Oh, the defense side operator.
He's still got an angle over the top of it, so it's not like you can assume just because he's dropped off the wall that this is safe. What incredible awareness from Cryo, though, to be jiggle peeking that particular angle with his elbow.
Knowing what's up.
When this wall breaks, because John committed it so early, there's still 50 seconds for 100 Thieves to play with.
Faking the B-pop. Again, trying to pull out the util. Wait it out though for now. These teams
They should
in
play
a spot like
They
this.
should play.
All of heaven given up here to season an aid in through the back.
They
Redux
should
has been
play
playing there, but he would have
spawn.
had the TP to get out anyway. Still, they maintain
They
composure,
won't go
control
Vince.
over towards B. Heaven control here for 100 Thieves.
Well.
The mad wraparound is going to be a sprint to try and get to the rest of the pack here, and all the pressure onto these anchoring players. John QT, Jonah P. What can they do? Can they push this back? Can they stave it away? Cryo just deletes him. Jonah P gone, Jerwin, trying to answer back.
Oh,
the push
whose
back.
smoke was that?
All the way, 100 Thieves get themselves into the post-plant situation. Planted for heaven, but no control of ramp, no control at all. The positioning, not ideal for 100 Thieves. It could give SEN an win.
I don't know, Timotino and Vora have actually got a wraparound to heaven if they wanted to play for it.
Wall up. Potentially looking for the cross. The operator not ideal as well. The weapon at hand, dropping it down, clearing the way. These players tuck tight. Triangle crossfire set up here. Bang! Instantly at that. Just takes over, shuts it down and away. We will go again.
Incredible response from 100 Thieves. The best round that Vora's called on attack in this map, in my opinion. Really beautiful stuff. Knowing that John uses earlier walls than Asuna on defense side, you just wait it out, still have 50 seconds to play with, and crucially, a really underlooked element of that, they pump faked the fake on B. So it felt more real because they didn't hard commit to it, and the defenders couldn't figure out whether it was real, whether it was a fake, whether they'd cancelled the hit, and everyone was still bundled around B main. Beautiful stuff, and we're back to 16-16.
It is taking the best out of these teams, out of the calling to see if they can find a way forwards. Slight gap in the wall, Asuna. It's given a window to play within. Chooses to back away now. Very similar ideas, in fact, from both teams. Look at Timotino, he's also got the op up there.
Yeah, layers on layers, though.
And SEN are anticipating a proactive push. There's 4 of them waiting.
I don't feel like I've seen Vora play so aggressively in B main on defense. He's hoping that Redux maybe takes that contact.
What is it? The jiggle not enough to bait a shot out. It's Timotino who holds his cool. Redux forwards. Tries to take matters into his own hands, but dealt with. Blinds to push them back. 3 players now from SEN. At this point, kind of held you chew through it. The wall immediately broken. Bang. Towards that hell position. It's an instant trade, but trade's not quite good enough. You need more than that. Sentinel still at that disadvantage.
I don't know
position to plant.
Are they even going to think about Vora in B main?
I'm not too sure. Surely. You didn't have players in that position. It's a wide face just in case it were being held, but Vora just holds onto the space. He knows that that's how you play for the win cons in a spot like this. And caught on the cross. German looking to clear, leaves it all up to John. He's not going to get any more easy ones here. This is 100 Thieves playing with all that discipline. Instant peak. Cryo with 3. And 100 Thieves take back that lead.
They run the exact same idea that Sentinels had just run on the defense side. And Cortesia, not quite as cautious as Cryo was, threw in a little bit of a jiggle, just didn't bait out the shot, ended up walking into it. Redux, as soon as they're down 4v5, Redux is making a play every time. And I love the proactivity from him, but he couldn't quite finish the rest of his meal.
This is a really
heaven.
long game.
Caught a player in the middle of a reload, but
going
couldn't quite get the kill.
Rounds.
Risks at the right times, but not quite paying off.
100 Thieves have had so many chances to close this map, but it's all been on the attack side.
Yeah. We see if they can do it again.
Oh, thank God.
At some point, surely.
One
of these teams has got to give
fucking B main. That shit is
pressure on. This time mid-control, aim at a game. It's an area that hasn't been watched for. Jerwin dropped.
They just lost.
Instant wall going to be used.
Do this. They just
player
lost
advantage situation. 100 Thieves. They cut noise. Look to stew here.
They take one more, dude. It's 100 Thieves game, dude.
Needs to be broken. Rapid plays on plays, Cortesia. It's a risky one at that. Prowler spots him, he needs it killed, and he needs them now! Jonah P and Cortesia have surely done enough! Absolutely unreal!
Cortesia, bro.
The chairs go on walkabouts!
That's a mad round, an absolutely mad round. I don't like the positioning, but I don't care. It doesn't matter.
At this point,
he is so
out
caught
the
out.
window, man.
No, absolutely. I mean, you can tell it's an overtime game because players are making decisions like this. They go for the high-low, though. Real great adaptation from Jonah P to go and support Cortezia there.
That's unreal.
They were trying to get an aggressive crunch onto Cryo, and then you could just hear the troops. Speaking of which, look at this.
Go.
A fast play from SEN.
Trying to pop in. It's a Sage slow. Immediately lay it down. Asuna looking to see if he can lay down a few more bullets while he's at it.
I mean, none of these teams have really been trying to throw in fast pops because how could you?
No, Nade rebounding as well. Timatina looking to clear the way. Spots out 2 players there with that jump spot. That's going to be calling for reinforcements. Asuna claims a kill. Sentinels look to slow this down.
Slow that
The wall is blocking off the HO point. Redux again putting himself in position to be the playmaker. Wanted to try to take a fight into A Heaven, but he doubles up with Jonah P. And there could be a potential clash in mid too. No, Vora backs off from it.
It's 100 Thieves. They overextend themselves. They got 3 players anchoring over towards A. Spawn area just being watched by Timatina.
I mean, at some point here, things are going to go so long that the attacking IGLs are going to start calling crazy stuff like contacting into spawn.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be some ridiculous rounds coming up if this keeps going.
Already, if you're just trying to spot out, create pressure over towards the B side of the map to make the A side weaker, can't really do that with just a Sage and a Viper.
When you're 4v5 and you're on the attack side, you're going to take risks.
Cortezia is going to try and make the most of that. Bit of spam into the corner, see if he can keep these players locked in check.
He's
currently breaking records here.
Oh
my. Sneaking past Asuna. Dropped. 12 seconds though, and they're going to deal with Cryo. Trade is there. Plant. Potential for it. The wall is slapdash. Cortezia decapitates Timatino now, and the cross is already accounted for. It's all him and more. 3 kills. Pit dropped down. Trying to buy a bit of that space, but bang. Spamming away. Pockets to play in a DTP.
9 bullets, bro?
Questioning what's going on. 9 bullets left. Can't commit to it, and Redux watches the angle. It's up to 18. He takes a stand. You might as well take a bow as well, because we were just about to mention it. He is breaking records. The most kills in one map in stage 1.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's an 18-17 game that maybe shows no signs of stopping, but these final 2 rounds have been on him, right? They have actually been in really difficult situations, Sentinels, and he has come out with big plays when required. Yeah. And it's another opportunity for SEN to close things on defense. Last time they got into this position, 100 Thieves responded with a beautiful kind of double pump fake. Vora called a brilliant round to get 100 Thieves back in it with their backs against the wall.
GL is pressed to the limits, and now it stands.
Oh, Flora, yeah, I remember you, brother.
How do you bail yourself out? Shots fired. Cortezia lucky to be alive.
I remember you, yeah. Way back in the day, dude.
The Haunt doesn't quite clear all the way, but
how's life, brother?
Space regardless.
How's the stream live?
Joe getting posted on this deep line. Yeah, but the more that they give up space in A Heaven, Cortezia's got to stay in that area, because otherwise, in theory, somebody could be walking.
I remember you streaming in your room, and
Joan's going to take the fight from the front.
I think it was your grandparents. I don't know if it was your grandpa or
out of the reactions once more.
That's how I remember you.
100 Thieves.
It's like an old school room too.
The shot, the Prowler. It's going to make things difficult.
Oh, you haven't streaming well.
Power on top of it. Neon, you got the movement there to really get the hell out of dodge, but up towards ramp now. Cortezia, snake bite. Primes and let loose now. They realize they've lost control of this one, and it's collapse from 100 Thieves being cooked up beautifully. Trailblazer might have just spotted out 2 of them. Nade rebounds, only 38 seconds left. And this looks like very much all in 100 Thieves. What options do you have? Moving forwards, and this is getting crazy now. Up towards Heaven, Cortezia spotted, guns out, spam into the corner, but this is Asuna being claimed. Regardless, Joe finds it. Jonah P meets them all. Head to head, face to face, Timatino finished entirely. It's SEN City reigning supreme. And what a match!
It's Joe to find the final kill again on both maps. But Cortezia, to me, man, he is the guy that finally breaks that overtime. 19-17, putting himself in uncomfortable positions and making magic out of it. You're right, what a match. That was an incredible way to finish.
Crazy match, man.
Two teams running defense-sided
Crazy
competitions.
match, brother.
A massive test of how they wanted to run the attack.
I mean, we were treated matches like that, maps like that, when you see it, and it feels like it's devolving a little bit sloppily towards the end, but I feel like both of these teams, the pressure was making them play better. They were having to come up with answers for John
I just want to stop by and say hi. I hope you've been doing great.
Themselves on the attack side, a split there.
Well, yeah, thanks, bro. I'll see you later. Yeah, definitely, brother.
Yeah,
Thanks for
fantastic
stopping by, bro.
response as well after
Hope all is well.
SEN earlier on in the year. We were talking about
Hope life is well. Get back into streaming, bro.
And actually, this year it might be one.
Yeah.
You know, in previous
I'm actually be logging off
SEN
soon
have
right
always
now,
had their
too,
number, but it could well be a bit more of a back and forth affair. SEN will be so happy that Jerwin's debut has resulted in a victory, a 2-0 victory.
2-0 victory.
They were pushed. Don't get me wrong, that was a fantastic game, but at the end of the day, yeah, 2-0 clean in terms of the maps. Some really nice things that they showcased as well. Despite being pushed here, this was not SEN, you know, really ever letting things slip. It's just incredibly difficult to run attack rounds.
Yeah.
Against 100 Thieves Sage right now.
Sounds good, Jim.
When we saw the rounds play out for 100 Thieves